What's going on, Bulls Nation? It's Superspan here, and yeah, I know what you're thinking. A slightly new camera angle today. I've realized that, you know what? The last one was just a little bit too high up. Let's bring it a few notches down. My ego was getting too big. Anyway, with that being said, we also have a special guest. From here on out, we are going to be having none other than Michael Jordan here with us in these videos. Say hi, Michael. That was rude. So, basically, today I wanted to talk about a couple things, couple rumors that the Bulls may or may not be interested in, and just some sort of fan-made trade theories. So, let's get right into that. So the first thing I wanted to talk about is the more solidified rumor, if you can actually use that word, and rumors together. The first one is DeAndre Ayton has been linked to the Bulls lately. There were some links in the previous offseason, but obviously nothing ended up happening. He ended up signing a contract with the Pacers, which the Suns then went ahead and matched because he was a restricted free agent. Now, this upcoming offseason would have to see the Bulls, if they were to get him, trade for him. And I think one of the more intriguing trade options or mock trades would be to do a sign and trade, hopefully, with Nikola Vucevic, if that's possible. Obviously, I'm not a GM. I am extremely stupid, so I mean, take what I'm saying with a grain of salt if you haven't already. But I would like to see something like that happen. Obviously, with all that being said, I do not want to give up Patrick Williams. I have been sort of up and down on him. Pause. He has a lot of potential. He really, really does. We all know that. He shows that he's a phenomenal three-point shooter. He needs to take a little bit more if he wants to become a more solidified option offensively. But the most important thing when it comes to Patrick Williams is that he's showing improvement on the offensive end. He had some flashes, especially when we got Patrick Beverley in there, that he can be aggressive. He can go up and get those crazy rebounds. I mean, you saw him try to murder at least 4 or 5 people when Patrick Beverley was on the team by dunking on them. I mean, he didn't really convert on a lot of those dunks, but still, I mean, it was kind of cool to see. And he played a lot more aggressive. So I do not want to trade Patrick Williams in any trade scenario involving DeAndre Ayton. Obviously, the Suns got eliminated. Julie and I will most likely be touching on the second round of the NBA playoffs in a later video, so I don't want to go too much into that. But it's no secret that DeAndre Ayton and the Phoenix Suns team altogether have been sort of beefing throughout the entire season, maybe even last year as well, certainly in the offseason, as he almost signed with the Indiana Pacers. So I think it's about time for the Suns to trade DeAndre Ayton, and I think if they were to be able to get Nikola Vucevic and we would get DeAndre Ayton, I feel like that would be as big of a win-win as you can get. Now, Ayton's contract, I assume, is big, so that's not ideal. But, I mean, he's young. He's shown some upside. He averages about 18 and 10. He can't shoot threes worth crap, but you don't really need him to. Vooch is a solid three-point shooter, so we're going to be missing that. However, I hope that AK will give us some sort of shooting surrounding Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, all those guys. Of course, that is if all of them are still here next season. So that's a whole nother video in and of itself. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind getting DeAndre Ayton. I feel like that would be a solid pickup for us. And I know what everybody says is, oh, he hasn't really lived up to the number one pick hype that he had going into the draft. But I don't know. I feel like it's just the situation he's in. You got a ton of other scorers on that team. And, you know, he's still a good player. He's, like I said, he's still averaging 18 and 10, and that's a double-double. And they just got Kevin Durant. Devin Booker is scoring 1,000,000 points a game, so it's going to be hard for a guy like DeAndre Ayton to get a lot of scoring opportunities. The next thing I wanted to talk about was a trade rumor from Fansided. So, I take everything very loosely and very light when it comes to this website. I'm not a huge fan of it, but I thought, you know, I would entertain them and talk about 3 of their trade proposals that they have made up to help the Bulls. A couple of these are actually solid. I feel like they do bring a lot of value back to the Bulls. So, I mean, let's get right into it. So, the first trade would give the Knicks Zach LaVine, and the Bulls would get Evan Fournier, Quentin Grimes, RJ Barrett, and 2 first-round picks. So, I actually really like that one. As much as I don't want to get rid of Zach LaVine, I feel like that would be a solid trade for us. Quentin Grimes is a good up-and-coming guard for us, and we need a point guard. I believe he's a point guard. Correct me if I'm wrong. RJ Barrett is, like DeAndre Ayton, still very young. He's almost a 20-point per game scorer. I could be off. He could be a 20-point per game scorer, but I'm pretty high on him. Hopefully, with a new change of scenery, if that were to happen, he would blossom into the player that everybody assumed he would be going into the NBA. The next trade that Fansided proposed would be the Bulls giving up Kobe White and receiving Evan Fournier, Jericho Sims, and then 2 first-round picks. That one, I mean, I'm a little bit more iffy on. For some random, unknown reason, I am a fan of Jericho Sims. I just feel like he's super athletic and maybe could be a good prospect for us. But, you know, if we are getting rid of Vooch, that would be kind of gross to have him as our starting center. We would be in a really weird situation. And, you know, Evan Fournier, I mean, I guess technically he could still shoot. However, man, I don't think I want to deal with that right now. I'd rather get a better shooter that we know is still a good player. No offense to Evan Fournier. I just called him trash essentially. But fight me, Evan Fournier. Just kidding. You'd probably beat the ever-living crap out of me. So, yeah. But the real confusing part is the 2 first-round picks. I'll take them. If that means we're giving up, you know, Kobe White, and I love Kobe White, but, like, oh my goodness, that is kind of a haul? Like, we're getting 2 first-round picks for Kobe White? When you're saying we could get 2 first-round picks for Zach LaVine as well? Oh my god. I would hope to get a guy like Quentin Grimes, you know, instead of Evan Fournier. But, hey, I mean, who knows, man? Maybe Fansided knows something we don't know. Okay, and the last one, and in my opinion, the most intriguing trade would be DeMar DeRozan, and we would be getting Obi Toppin, RJ Barrett, and I think also Oh, Evan Fournier. I was going to say Quentin Grimes. I would cry. But then also, you guessed it, 2 future first-round picks. Yeah, I mean, I would do that in a heartbeat. I'm a huge fan of DeMar DeRozan. I feel like he has done an amazing job for us. He's been here for 2 seasons, been an all-star starter one of the years, and an all-star this year, you know. He's had career seasons with us. He's an amazing player. I don't want to see him go. However, if we're able to get a package like that, I feel like you sort of pull the trigger on that one. Again, RJ Barrett hasn't lived up to the hype, but, I mean, he's still young. Same deal with Patrick Williams. If you were able to have RJ Barrett and Patrick Williams, and then potentially in this scenario still have Zach LaVine, and then whenever Lonzo Ball is able to come back, that's a solid team. I mean, you got 2 guys growing alongside each other, and then you got Zach LaVine. You know, maybe he could teach them how to shoot the ball a little bit better. You know, you don't need to teach Patrick Williams because, as I said, he's still a great shooter. But RJ Barrett, I mean, who knows? Maybe he can benefit with that. Also, please, Bulls, can you please get Derrick Rose? It's killing me. I feel like he's retiring soon. Oh my God, please get Derrick Rose. But, yeah, I had to throw that in there, man. I mean, you see Stacey King on one of his recent podcast episodes saying that now is the time to get Derrick Rose. And hearing him say that, you know, I mean, I don't have to say it, but I will say it again. I am the biggest Derrick Rose fan. I get very emotional when I see anything related to Derrick Rose coming back to the Bulls, or anything Derrick Rose related in general. Like, I just saw a video of a guy ranking, or, you know, doing those bracket things on TikTok, and it was like, who is better? And there was Derrick Rose and Russell Westbrook. And I swear to God, if I see anybody in the comments say that Russell Westbrook was better than Derrick Rose, yeah, okay, overall, Russell Westbrook had a better career. I'm not stupid. But in their primes, if we were to take Derrick Rose in his prime, I know his prime was short, it was like 3 seasons, but in those 3 seasons, he brought us to the Eastern Conference Finals twice. 1 MVP, the youngest ever, if you forgot. And, you know, I mean, he didn't really have anybody else. Russell Westbrook, when he was by himself without KD or James Harden, I mean, he averaged a triple-double like 3 seasons. 1 MVP. He's a great player. Hall of Fame player. But I feel like they barely made the playoffs. And I don't think they made it past the first round. So, you know, this wasn't supposed to be relating to Derrick Rose in any way whatsoever. This is just my immediate reaction to seeing that sort of stuff. But I digress. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please copy the link, share the video, leave a like, comment. It helps out a ton. I'm trying to get to 200 subscribers, guys, so if you guys could help out and share the video, I would greatly appreciate it. I really, really enjoy doing these videos. I want to make this, you know, not just my passion, but hopefully do something even bigger with this someday. So, like I said, if you guys could copy the link, share the video, leave a comment, like, subscribe, all those fun things, it would help out a great deal. So, once again, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.